like material sound. It's not material thing. It's not alphabet nama. This is spiritual sound vibration, transcendental, which comes down from the platform, spiritual platform. And this is considered to be a conscious living being. It's like Krishna himself. It's not different. It's identical. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Binatva Namanamino. So Nama Chintamani. Chintamani means transcendental philosophical touchstone. Whatever it touch, it turns into spirit, spiritualized. Like we put iron rod into the fire. After a while it turns into fiery nature, right? In the same way, when we chant in holy name of the Lord, which is considered to be transcendental, Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta. Shuddha, Purnam, full of energies. Nija Sarva Shaktis, all energies in the holy name. Whatever energies you want to get access, so you find it in the holy name. And energy of knowledge, energy of awareness, of creative impulse, whatever, all these energies are there. Bliss, knowledge, what else? Renunciation. Yeah,
realization of eternality.
Yeah, all these energies in the holy name, because that's Krishna himself. Krishna possessed unlimited energies. So this is holy name, and this is Binatva Nama Namino. Nama and Nami. Nama means holy name, and Nami, who is the possessor of Nama, is Krishna himself, are identical. So by chanting holy name, we come into contact with Krishna. So we directly associate with him. We chant in Hare Krishna, and Krishna immediately is there. So we can feel it, we can experience spiritual presence of Krishna. So we can come into contact and at the same time we imbibe the spiritual qualities from him. We rejuvenate our spiritual nature. We come to our eternal original condition, which is Sat Chit Ananda, eternality, knowledge and bliss. So by doing this process, by chanting holy name, we can come back to our nature. We can rediscover our real self. We can pull out our real identity, our real I, what we actually are by our nature. And we're eternal living beings, we're eternal servants of Krishna. We're full of bliss, full of knowledge. We're never miserable like here. Here would be just completely opposite. We're suppressed by this nature. And we experience misery, ignorance, temporariness, depression, right? So, therefore, solution is given to this age of Kali, how to escape from these evils of material life, this vicious circle of repeated births and deaths, of this oppressive nature of material world. So by following this process which is given for this age, Kalau Tadhari Kirtanam, in the age of Kali, given certain process which is called Kirtan, glorification of Krishna's qualities, forms, characteristics and pastimes. And the best way how to glorify Krishna, just chanting his holy name. This mantra which is given throughout all the Vedas is glorified. This mantra full of potencies, and this mantra removes all our covering of ignorance. It is saying in Upanishads, Iti Shuddhashaka Namnam Kali Kalma Shunashanam Ayupparataranayam Sarva Vedishu Drishyate. All Vedas, Sarva Vedishu Drishyate, proclaim that this name can remove these 16 words, which are Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 16 words can remove from all our 16 coverings of ignorance, which were covered by like gross and subtle elements, our ego, our mind, our material intelligence, and so on and so forth, our senses, and whatever. So it can be removed easily by the chanting of the holy name. So this is a religion for this age, Yuga Dharma. Dharma means religion, and Kali is the age of which we are living now, in present moment. So this is authorized process, how to realize yourself, how to elevate your consciousness up to the spiritual level, how to re-establish your connection with Krishna, how to come into a liberated stage and become spiritual, transcendental, full of knowledge, and live in blissful life, full of knowledge, and enjoy with Krishna. So we're not meant for this life, actually. So this is kind of accident, or it's like wrong turn in our destiny. So now we found ourselves here in this material world. So actually it's not our environment. So our place in Vrindavan. So we have to make an arrangement how we can come back to our spiritual eternal home, abode, and live with Krishna eternally. Dance with Krishna, play with Krishna, eat with Krishna. That's what our life is meant for. Not this miserable existence which we experience now. You see? So we're meant for higher purpose. And this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness which is given to us. And now we're very fortunate, we came into contact with this teaching, and we can apply in our life and make our life successful and sublime. Right? So, therefore, please don't waste your time, don't waste your life for insignificant things. Just take up this knowledge, follow this teaching, chant Hare Krishna, associate with devotees, and gradually, realize yourself and come back to Krishna. Krishna waits for you. He waits for a long time. So now is the time to return, to come back home, back to Godhead. So you're meant for Vrindavan. You're not meant for this world, for Leicester, London, whatever places we came from. So this is wrong situation. This inimical environment, material nature, very oppressive, very heavy. So let us make an arrangement and make solution, perpetual solution for our life, and go in a blissful world, blissful realm of existence, and eternally with Krishna on the platform of bliss, knowledge, and eternity. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for everyone. Are you agree, or you have any other kind of ideas about this life, or about self-realization, or how to utilize your life in different ways? Maybe you have some other ideas. Let us discuss. We still have the time. What do you think about this? Is it a good solution for your life to take up the process of Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna, associate with sadhus, and make your life successful, sublime, and go back home, back to Godhead? Make your life last in this material world? Is it a good solution? Right?
I think so,
Yeah? I mean, what can be better? What can you find in this world? Become movie or superstar, I don't know, some famous and rich, and then die in piteous condition in this world, and next life become like, I don't know, like mosquito or worm in a stool.
Can it work like that? Can it
Huh?
go? Can reincarnation go that way? So after you're becoming a human being,
Yeah.
to reverse and go to a much
Yeah. Lower species of life.
lower
species.
complexity of life form, like a worm.
Of course. This is reincarnation. It's a circle which includes 8,400,000 species of life. So Mr. Darwin tell us there are 20,000 species. So he was wrong because he did not, he didn't have a whole perspective on reality. So Vedas saying that 8,400,000 species, among them 400,000 considered to be human species of life. So we have only one race, the human race here on Earth, but other races live in different planets. And this human race is considered to be best for self-realization, not for enjoyment, not for some mystic powers and things, because there are some higher living beings, those who live in the heaven planets and higher planetary systems. But this form of life, human form of life, doesn't matter which race, like which color of skin, doesn't matter. This human form of life is considered the best for self-realization, for meditation, for yoga, for chanting Hare Krishna. This is the best form of life. So we like injunction at the crossroad of our destiny. So we came to this life, and this is certain environment which is very balanced. Here, miseries and happiness in a certain proportion. So it's not really too much, and not so much enjoyment here. Of course, now Kali Yuga is more troubles. You see, it's predominating all these troubles and problems, but still, so we have opportunity to engage our life, air, and time in the process of self-realization. So human form of life is the best, of course, because in other species of life you cannot think of Krishna, you cannot do any spiritual practices. And if you degrade in the next life, and it's going to happen because if you not follow human standard, which is very high, for example, we have to be a very sattvic living being and live in a mode of goodness, where is prohibited, for example, eating animalistic food, pursue some self-gratification like engage in illegal connection with opposite sex, then accept drugs and intoxication and engage in gambling. This is considered to be low class for human beings, but now is a standard for Kali Yuga, not for general masses. Like if you go to like a whatever place where you see everywhere is prominent these sinful activities, and this is if you engage in them, you go in next life you're going to degrade. You're going down. So you're going in the lowest species of life, animalistic, or finally you can find yourself in not yourself, but if you go in this direction, you can even become like immovable living entities, like plants and trees and whatever, bushes, and then insect, and then worm, stool, microbe. This is all living entities, and everywhere is a soul, spirit soul. Spirit soul transmigrates through all these species of life. So we have unlimited choices, like almost unlimited, 8,400,000 species, wherever you can enjoy your senses, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, but human form of life meant for something higher, for higher purpose, for self-realization, not for just eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and browsing internet. So it's something higher. And best way to utilize life for self-realization, to realize who am I actually, what is my real purpose, who am I as my eternal original nature. I am not this body. This is first lesson of spiritual life.
Neither the mind.
I am not this mind, because mind it's not my nature. You see, it's a disturbing kind of element which placed into my consciousness. So I am something different. And you can see, you can examine it. If you look at your any stages of life, when you was in child, then you become adolescent, then you become more mature, and finally you're going through all the different stages. You see, your I is always the same. Always the same. I was myself in the past, now in the future I will be the same. this is you, and all this transformation and all these changes, you just observe it. That means it's not you, something different. You can see, you can observe it from the distance. If you can kind of distance yourself from this external things with help of your intelligence. Yeah, we have to discriminate.
Prabhu, what's the purpose of mind?
Mind.
Yeah, so why do we have
mind? Is a sixth sense.
Sixth sense.
Yeah, we have 5 knowledge acquiring senses. It's called Gyanendriya. Means eyes, ears, tongue, touch, sense of touch, and smell as well. So mind is a 6th sense. Manach shashtani dhriyani prakriti stani karshati. So 6th sense means mind is like main sense which collects all information from the senses and kind of recycle it. And then mind makes a choice. What is the good for you? What is the good for your senses, and what's the bad? What's the meant for your enjoyment, and what you have to reject? So rejection and accepting. So this is mind's function. It's called manodharma, or business of the mind. Accept and reject was favorable or unfavorable for sense gratification. And if you're not the senses, if you're not this body, that means it's not. You see, it's not like kind of things which you have to involve in. It's not your business, to gratify senses. That's not the purpose of life. That's what material nature kind of involves us in this kind of dealings. And this is the business of the mind. So mind has his own purpose, and actually mind, we can curb this mind by spiritual practice. We can make it peaceful, and we can use it for meditation. If we direct mind to the certain object, which is supreme object, and for our meditation with Krishna, certainly, definitely. So we can establish mind in a sattvic kind of condition, and you can use this. It's like an instrument for meditation. Mm-hmm. So now we're meditating on the sense object. We meditate. That's why mind becomes disturbed by the nature, by the modes of nature. It's like a surface of the lake, which is disturbed always because of all different samskaras and impressions coming into your mind. Like you see things and you're disturbed by this, and you get this impression in your mind. It's always like all these kind of ripples are going on the surface. So if we direct our mind to the right object, which is supreme object for our senses, we can pacify this mind. We can stop these ripples on the surface, and we can concentrate it, and we can use it for meditation. And we can break through the modes by using our mind, by use the sound vibration, which is mantra. Mm-hmm. And actually mantra, meaning of mantra. Mantraya. Man means mind, and traya means liberation of mind from the false ideas, false concepts about who am I, about this world, about everything. Mm-hmm. So we kind of clearing our mind, get rid of all this kind of unwanted things. In yoga, it's called Chetodharpa, it's called Chitta Vritti Nirodha in yoga process. Chitta means consciousness or mind. We can remove all this vritti. Vrittis means disturbances, ripples on the surface of the mind. So mind is a part of our consciousness, and this instrument which meant for meditation, but now it's you have to fix it. You have to uplift it, you have to clarify, you have to remove all these impurities from the mind. And this is process meant for mantra, meant for purifying the mind. and you can feel it, right? When you wake up and you start your meditation, you feel your mind has become more strong, more solid, more fixed, clean, you know. Like, you know, at morning you're waking up, you do your hygiene things. You brush your teeth, you wash your body. In the same way, you have to wash your subtle body. You have to brush certain brush, which is mantra. Chetodarpana Marjana clears the mirror of the mind. So you have to do these hygiene things. Otherwise, you know, you take care of your gross body, but what about your subtle body? You have to also take care of it. This is your responsibility. I think it's a little bit windy. Maybe you can close this window.
Maybe my question is not about this topic, only I must ask you, maybe you open sense Brahmachari ashram? What does this mean?
Brahmachari ashram?
Yes. Retreat. Brahmachari retreat.
Brahmachari.
Call it mantra retreat.
Mantra.
Mantra. Like if there's a man, there's a man. Tra means to liberate.
Manpower. Yeah, I would say about a little bit about Brahmachari. Brahmacharya. Brahmachari is a certain quality which is very favorable for yoga process. Literally, Brahmachari means celibate. Celibate means you control your genitals, right? Your urges.
In order to harness that energy and use it to evolve spiritually, transform that sexual energy.
That's a way how to deal with, So Brahmachari means keep your celibacy, stay away from the sense enjoyment with opposite sex. So this is Brahmachari life. And Brahmachari life meant for what is called apprenticeship, meant for spiritual studying. And when you study, when you acquire higher knowledge, spiritual subject of matter, so you have to control your sexual urge, sexual desire. Otherwise, you're going to lose your energy and you become a little bit stupid, you know. Like modern people, you see, they're just, you know, they're unfocused, they're just, you know, like always disturbed because they not keep this sexual energy. They're losing it all the time. And when you keep this energy, so you have to transform it, of course. This is a process. How? Through the spiritual practice. You uplift this energy. Uplift by meditating, by chanting mantras, by discussing spiritual knowledge, by merging into the studying of holy scriptures. This is transformation. It's called sublimation or transformation. You uplift this energy. It goes up through the upper chakras, or this what is called chakra. It's called chakra in yoga. So you uplift this energy and you apply it for higher purpose. For increase your brain substance, for clear your consciousness, for mode of goodness, establish in a certain right, clear condition of state of mind, whatever. So this energy is very important. So therefore we have to, in order to spiritually advancing, so we have to keep this energy saved. This is very, very, very valuable thing. It's very valuable, this energy. This is life air. So if you're going to lose it, you're going to lose everything. You lose your health condition, you lose your bodily strength, you lose your intellect, everything. So if you keep this energy, so you become flourish. Your energy goes up, and so you become like more intellectually developed and spiritually, and they become a real personality through this energy. So it's very important for spiritual practice. And for example, for yoga, for classic yoga, it's called Ashtanga yoga. Ashtanga yoga means you're going through the different stages like asana, pranayama, yama, niyama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Samadhi is the goal of this yoga. So there is very strongly recommended keep your celibacy. Do not associate with the worldly people. Stay somewhere in a secluded place. Meditate. Do these asanas, breathing exercises. Try to uplift your energy and concentrate your mind. So you can concentrate your mind when you have this energy. So you can focus your mind and then you can direct to the certain object of your meditation. So this is very crucial point to keep your brahmachari, keep your celibacy. And literally brahmachari means the person who is gliding down on the surface of Brahman. Brahman means spirit. He's moving on the surface of Brahman. So that means he elevated his consciousness on the level of Brahman. And he's situated in Brahman position. Means he's elevated, he's liberated from the modes of nature. This is literally means brahmachari. Person, he's a spiritual. He's living on the platform of Brahman, living, moving. Yeah, so this is very important. Material life is different. So this is the principle of material life. Pumsach striyach maithunya bhavam etachtayo mitchach hridaya grandhim ahu. That it's like it's a hard knot in your heart. It's called maithunya bhava, or sexual attraction between male and female. This is material world is actually rotates around the sexual. This is pivot. It's like a hub, which is this material world that rotates around. Everything is like built around this sexual urge. Everything built around this. Society, friendship, love, all this relationship. And main thing is sexual attraction. You see? And this is like a hard knot in our heart. So we tied up to this wall. We attach because of this sexual desire, and it's like a chain. It's like a what's the word? It's like
Binding.
yeah.
Binding.
No, yes, it's like it's like a prison. What's in a prison?
Shackles.
Yeah, shackles.
Bondage.
Yeah, this is what. It's like a shackles. So we voluntary prisoners of sexual desires in this world. We're shackled by this sexual desire, and now we bind and we just, we're in a bondage, we're living in a jail. Voluntarily, because we want to enjoy the sexual life. It's so attractive, so beautiful, so desirable. But it's actually a worst thing. It's a misery which completely devastates you. If you look carefully, there is no enjoyment in this sexual life. It's complete illusion. When in avidya or in ignorant state of consciousness, you take one thing for another. You take illusion for reality. And when you take pleasure, when you take miseries for pleasure, and sexual life like this, so people think it's like great pleasure. But this is actually a big devastation for the soul and for yourself. If you study it, if you examine it, you will see it. And what you speak about consequences of sexual life. So you become voluntary prisoner of this material life. And you have to pay high price. Take births, old age disease, death, and all these things. Suffer, extremely suffer.
I've got a question. What time is breakfast?
It's a good question.
You've been cancelled with lack of interest.
Same as yesterday. No, because the local devotees had messaged me. They wanted to go on the hangout at 11.
Oh, wow.
But I messaged them, said 12.
No,
Or we can even say a bit later. The town that they picked is 40 minutes drive from here.
4 minutes.
40. 40.
Oh, wow.
Why so far?
And this is the place where they are, this part of the country, everything's spread out. You see, we drove through the roads here, that's what it's all like. There's a big city here, big city
You
there.
don't have much time to travel such a long distance.
Okay, what time now?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So we can start prasadam.
Yeah,
and
start prasadam,
talk,
yeah.
I can tell them
during
1 o'clock
prasadam.
we can go there for Harinam, so we leave here at 12 and then go
Okay.
if you want.
Okay. That's good.
Like 10, maybe 10.
10 to 10.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
somebody can help
Can
with
I-
breakfast. We can serve here and we can discuss all the points during our prasadam time. Is it
We
okay?
can be done within the hour, I'm guessing, with the prasad, right? I mean, at 11. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
let's see. It's something good.
Sorry?
In 1 hour, I think we can be done with the
Yeah,
with
yeah.
food.
Sure. I think then can we have a little bit time to rest
Yeah.
and then go. We have a 1 hour rest after breakfast and then leave at 12. That's okay?
Gonna be like
Yeah, rest
brunch
is-
right now.
Yeah, it's already good brunch.
And I've got sandwiches packed for when we go.
Wow.
Travel. We can have sandwiches, like little wraps.
Magic.
It's
Amazing.
Magic. Sounds like a
it's
plan.
an inspirational force behind so the sandwiches for our Harinam. Of course. So now we're ready to go.
We can go anywhere.
And the local devotees will also cook something. They said they'll cook a few things.
Nectar.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
So on the Hare Krishna devotees, they don't practice yoga that much, right?
Yoga means physical yoga.
Not okay. That's hatha yoga.
Physical yoga, right? So you see, our process is also called yoga. This is yoga because yoga is a very
There-
broad
a
concept.
lot of forms, yes.
It's a broad concept. Yoga means connection,
Synergy, right? Something.
link
like that.
up. Yeah, you